How are we doing today?
How are you feeling after getting back on the field, coming through this few days?
Yeah, I feel great. Being back out there with my teammates and just getting back to playing ball. Yeah.
Paulson, how do you feel like what you accomplished last year and getting a lot of recognition, actually what you did on the field at the highest level, like going into this year? Is that something, well, that was last year, let me build upon that and maybe get rewarded going forward?
What was your question exactly?
The question is, can you build upon, because you're outstanding last year, this season, or?
Is that something I could use to help me this? Okay, yeah. Definitely, I think anytime you can play well, that breeds confidence in yourself and in your teammates as far as what you're capable of, but at the same time, especially my position, it's always a next play mentality. So not trying to look back too much on whatever last year was, but at the same time using it to build my confidence and to continue growing in the direction I want to.
Your position group has had a lot of injuries throughout training camp, but how do you think you guys are progressing in the secondary despite?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Your position group has had a lot of injuries in training camp, but how do you think that the secondary is progressing despite that?
Yeah, I think we're really deep. I think we have a bunch of good corners, a bunch of young corners. Shamar, he's playing great. Ray's playing great. Rico was able to come in and do some great things for us, and obviously we got Alante, who's, one of the best corners. So I think we have a wealth of depth in our room to be able to have the next guy step up and not have too much of a drop off.
How much is maybe you can't answer this, but like the way y'all all play kind of aligns with the way the Saints want to play and the way Dennis wants to go with the Nets. Like how much does that, I guess, help you guys out?
Yeah, we all try to help each other out, whether we're in or out or injured. And I think that kind of shows in the way that we all play. So we all try to kind of play the same style and be aggressive and try to make plays on the ball. So I think it's just a testament to us working together and trying to help each other out.
Also, at different points this summer, DeMario and Cam and Tyron in particular have talked about sort of the sense of urgency they're playing with, realizing their career mortality being in their 30s and how they want to convey that urgency to the rest of the defense. Is that something you've noticed? Is that something you feed off of?
For me, I try to keep the same urgency. And, I can imagine being on your year 12 or year 13 and feeling like, the time is now. But I think for us as a team, regardless of what year we're in, that's kind of our mentality. So can definitely feed off of them and how intense they are. And I think it helps as it goes throughout the team.
Do you notice and appreciate, though, it's the only team you've ever played for, so you don't have anything to compare it to.
Yeah.
But those are three kind of all-time.
Yeah, no doubt. DeMario, T, even Lat. I think coming into a great situation where we had a bunch of different players, Cam Jordan, you could just keep naming a few. Even going back to when I was playing with Malcolm and a bunch of those guys, it really was a good situation for me to come into. And I think for our whole defense and as the young guys come in as well, we have a lot of great guys to look up to.
The front foot that you guys have and the way that you can rotate it and have players like Chase Young and having Carl and Cam Jordan and Brian on the inside. The fact that you can have a front four like that, how much will that help the secondary?
Yeah, that'll help us a lot as far as helping us on the back end and not having to cover as long, them getting pressure on the quarterback and forcing the quarterback to get the ball out sooner than he wants to. I think rushing coverage definitely work hand in hand. So to have a front four that's going to be able to disrupt the quarterback down in and down out, that's really going to help us.
Have you noticed a big difference from this year and last year in the pass rush? How's that for you all on the back end? Is it noticeable?
We have a great pass rush. Yeah, I'm excited about him.
The DA said the other day that he felt like he's challenging the defense maybe to play to another standard, kind of raising the bar for y'all. Have y'all heard that from him this year or not? I know y'all had a great year last year, but it sounds like he's trying to challenge y'all to take it to another level.
Yeah, I think there's always, it's only up from here, right, wherever you're at. There's only one way to go, and that's to increase and get better. So I think regardless of how good we played last year, we're definitely trying to take it up a notch in every aspect because there's always stuff that we can do a little better.
What has impressed you most about Chase Young?
I think he's got a high motor. He's come in and really embraced, the team and just plays really hard, plays with a lot of energy and a lot of intensity. He's an athlete. He's freakishly athletic. So we're really excited about him.
You complimented Alontae Taylor earlier, and just look as a teammate and kind of in the same age as him. While you were having a really kind of a showcase season of your potential last year, he kind of had some tough times, right? How did you empathize? Could you explain how you might have empathized for him as a teammate? Who you respect and maybe think is better than the type of games he was having? I know it's a
Yeah, you
complicated
kind of worded
question.
that question.
It's a complicated question.
There's a lot in there. But anyways, Tay, I feel really good about where Tay's at right now. Coming into the season, I feel like he's really embraced everything about camp, and he's really had one of the best camps out of our whole team. So I think, the talent that he has, the aggressiveness that he has, the ability to play outside, inside. I don't think you can find another corner in the league really that can do it at his level, in my opinion. So I think he's one of our better players, and I'm excited about the season that he's going to have.